Hi, I'm your host, Kel Dansby, and thank you for joining us here for another edition of Cavalier Sports Report. Today, I'm here with Ameshia Kearkey.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going? So let's get right to it. First question, how does it feel to be number one in the nation?
It feels good.
Yeah, what was the feeling like when you guys first achieved number one? I know you guys started off the season at number one. You lost that one game, but what was the feeling like when you first found out that you were number one?
It was exciting. It was real exciting.
Any crazy responses from like your teammates that found out, or do you guys feel added pressure because of being number one?
Yeah, we feel added pressure. Like we feel like now that we're number one, everybody's just so out to get us.
Yeah, you get everybody's best shot every night, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so dealing with that number one pressure, how did you feel when you lost that first game?
It hurt it. It hurt it. We were all sad, but we had to bounce back from it because we knew we had more games to come.
Yeah, and haven't taken a loss since. 10-0 in conference play. How are you guys able to kind of get over that rough stretch of injuries and band together as a team?
We just stay together, and Conrad just helps us out with everything.
Going forward into the season now that the schedule's turning over, everyone has played you guys already, so there's no surprises anymore. How do you guys get prepared to go forward and kind of stay on the hot streak that you guys are on?
Well, during practice, we have scouting reports and stuff, so we just have a plan for every game.
I saw one of your practices, and you guys practice against guys wearing jersey numbers of the other team. Explain that to me. How does that work?
Yeah, we go against the guys, so it's always hard in practice. So when we step on the floor for a real game, it's easier.
Yeah, it seemed really intricate how your practice works. I was like, wait, they have the exact numbers. I went to your practice and then saw a game. I was like, they're playing the same people.
Yeah.
In practice, what do you think is the hardest part of practice to get through, and how does that make you better in games?
The hardest part of practice is when we do the defense drills, and they're really intense, and it helps us get through in the games. It makes it much easier to defend.
You were here last year. You guys did well, but obviously this year, number one in the nation. How did the addition of Brianna and Polly really help the team this year?
It helped a lot. They brought a lot of skill work, and they already been through the fire being at D1, so they already knew what it was that they needed to do.
Watching your games, it seems crunch time comes down, you always end up with the big shot. The ball's in your hands or you're at the free throw line. How do you deal with that pressure, that personal pressure at the end of games?
I just try not to think about it.
Yeah, that's a good way to go about it. Just treat it like it's every other play.
Yep.
All right. So coming down, season's winding down. What are your goals for the postseason, tournament play? Are you already looking at that national championship?
Yes, we're already looking at it. We already feel like we should be there trying to get it.
And going towards that goal, what is something that Coach Conrad preaches to the team?
He always tells us, you always have to make a step forward, never a step back. So we just progress every day, and we get better every day.
Hey, that's all it takes, right? That's the main goal. So as far as you personally, after this season, I know you don't want to talk about after the season, you're concentrating on your games, but after the season, recruiting, all that stuff, do you have any idea how that's going to go, how you're going to approach that, what trips you're going to take?
Right now, I've been talking to a few schools. Mainly I've been talking to Eastern Michigan a lot, and then there's a school in Florida that I've been looking at, so we'll just see how it goes when I go on a visit.
Those visits will be way easier if you have a national champion next to your name, I'm sure about that.
Yeah.
Before, we get too far into the interview, I want to ask you about your teammates. What is something that made you and your team really bond this year? The first time you're like, oh yeah, I can play this whole season with these girls and we're special.
We're all goofy. We're all goofy.
Who's the goofiest?
The goofiest would be Amy Briggs.
Oh, okay. So Amy's kind of the class clown.
Yes.
And stuff. All right. That's a great way to gel as a team, I guess. All right, I'm going to ask you some fast questions. First thing that pops into your head. All right?
Okay.
McDonald's or Burger King?
McDonald's.
Funniest dancer on the team?
Polly.
Polly? All right. Let's go with best singer on the team.
Ooh, there's not a best singer on the team.
Worst singer on the team. I know before games in the locker room, someone's singing some crazy songs. You said you have Drake on your iPod. I know someone is singing Drake lyrics.
Polly.
Polly? So Polly seems like the goofiest. All right, let's go. Best game so far this season for you?
I would have to say when we played Brown Mackey the first time.
First game?
Yeah.
That's a good game. Last one, and this is going to be a hard one. You really got to think about this. The maddest you've seen Coach Conrad get in a game so far this season.
Oh, let's see. I would have to say when we were playing Cali and Polly missed a few blockouts and he just went crazy.
Yeah, he's a stickler for defense. I'm seeing him. You miss one assignment on defense, you come out and he'll talk to you.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a mark of a good coach. But, all right, well, thank you for giving us some insight. Thanks for joining me here. Thanks everyone out there for joining us. This is Cavalier Sports Report, and I'm your host, Kel Dansby. Make sure you check the YouTube page and keep updated on us. See you next time.